morning, Dubai. Thank you for finding the Lovin Dubai Show podcast. As always, we would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Today was a numbers, money, cost of living focused show, I guess. We talked about what is the average cost of living in Dubai. We'd love your thoughts on the numbers. And then we jumped into everything brunch.
Oh, brunching. Now that's a scene. Prices are going up. Morale is also up because we love brunching. No price hike is going to make us stop brunching, I guess.
Brunch.
Brunch.
we support brunch in all of its endeavours, but its price sometimes we question. We also talked about our top story today, which is the fact that schools are not shutting on June 26th. The KHDA have debunked those rules. Please take a listen. Let us know your thoughts. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Our top story today, this is massive for parents, teachers and students. The KHDA has shut down the news that Dubai schools will close on June 26th.
We'll also be talking about how brunches in Dubai have become such a pricey affair.
The sad story among the creative community. People are mourning the Emirati actor who passed away at the young age of 33.
And finally, we'll look into what is the average cost of living in Dubai.
But before we get to all of that, we're taking you on a trip down memory lane. First of all, this show also goes live on podcasts. So if you listen to podcasts and you can't hear the whole show right now, you can find us later wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your time. And because of that, Simran's going to give us a little dose of nostalgia.
Dose of nostalgia, yes. So Throwback Tuesday, and today's throwback gadget is...
A yo-yo?
Heelys. Do you remember Heelys?
They didn't have them when I was growing up. No. I was a little bit older than a Heely kid. I saw kids that were cool and they were doing the Heelys, but I never actually got to try them.
Really? You never had the shoes with the wheels on the back so you could just like go back on one leg and just like skate through life?
Did you have them?
I was obsessed.
Were they awesome?
They were so cool.
Did you do that at the mall before they banned them?
Oh my, they banned them?
I don't think they're allowed at malls.
Yeah, I used to do it everywhere. At the airports, at malls. My dad used to want to kill me. He literally like at one point hid those shoes. I threw such a tantrum. And my feet used to smell at the point because it's like I would wear it without socks. I would just like, wear it like however. And he's like, stop torturing us. But yeah, Heelys were such a thing.
Oh, I get it. Like, I'm jealous. Can we just figure out the age range? Because I'm 33 and they did not have them when I would have been, like when I was like young teens,
you
growing
would have
up.
Probably been in like your
They didn't have
mid-teens.
them. When were Heelys introduced? Age-wise, Ali K, Shahir, did you guys have Heelys growing up?
What? What do you mean you were cool? So no, if you were cool, you would have them. Shahir.
Cool kids had them.
Yeah.
Shahir's too old. Shahir's past the borderline, how you know if you were cool growing up or not.
I mean, he grew up in Oman. They probably didn't have the kind of technology there.
Ali K, did you have them? Burn, by the way.
No, there's
no. Heelys, anyone? Is it just... I know it's not just you. I know, because I remember seeing kids being like... That, and also, I feel like they seemed impossible to use. It's like for someone who's never tried them, I was like, how do you get the wheels to just go up and down?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Up and down? No, it stays in the back of the sole.
Yeah.
And you just have to like go back on your heels and slide. So it's like
That's
in the
talent.
Mall. Honestly, it was. It was like skateboarding, but not skateboarding. Probably
easier.
Easier, yeah.
But true. From an onlooker's point of view, it looked so cool.
It really was. At one point in the mall, it was just like a whole bunch of kids running and sliding. That's
why I think they've been banned. Can parents let us know, first of all, are Heelys still cool? And have they been banned from malls? Because I get it.
To be honest, I get it now. If I was in the mall and saw like a bunch of kids running around and skating... have you seen the Mean Girls scene where you like walk into it? She walks in the mall and it's like a jungle.
They make the jungle, yeah.
Same, it was like that. It was like jungle.
But imagine how quick you could do the Dubai Mall Metro, Dubai Mall Walk.
Oh yeah,
we'd smash those records.
100%.
Would love some adult Heelys. Are they a thing? Let's jump into our top story today.
I would so race you and I would so win.
You would win. I would take off the Heelys and I would run. And then I would try and win. And then I would push you over. Top story today, KHDA denies the summer holiday date rumours. So, parents, teachers, students, school is not out for summer. You might have been gearing up for an early closure this year following a report that went live that schools would close for summer on June 26. Following this report, questions from concerned parents. So the KHDA had to take to Twitter to shut down the report.
So the KHDA tweeted, not the case. Parents should refer to their school's approved academic calendar for details on the end of the academic year, and dates for Eid al-Adha holidays will be announced by the federal government. So do keep a lookout for those dates.
So in short, as always, the Eid holidays will be announced by the federal government. And then for summer holidays, just refer to your school's academic calendar. Now, people have questions about whether that could change. A lot of people were basically, because obviously the Eid al-Adha break is going to be potentially, we're waiting for the federal announcement, but potentially a 6-day break. And then the kids are coming back into school for another 4.5 days after that. Mm-hmm. So people are questioning whether or not, would it be easier to put the day somewhere else? I'll just pump out some of the questions here. So some people were saying Baker 32446, it makes sense to close early. The children won't come in 4 days after Eid, so could they be added somewhere else? But that is not the case. As we know so far, you'll follow your academic school calendar year, and they're usually done in advance and they don't change.
Yeah, honestly, I see like the point of like parents saying like, okay, if Eid break is going to happen, they're just coming back for 4 more days. Like it does make sense to close earlier, or like don't give them the Eid break.
See, there's another solution. Don't give them the e-break. But also, these are two questions. But obviously, parents who are working, they've planned in their time. You can't just pull away 4 days from the year. So as it stands, we're waiting for the government announcement for Eid. It's looking to be 4 + 2, 6 days, and then the kids will go back to school for 4 or 5 days after that. But it's all based on their academic school calendar, so you can check that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like we were excited that schools were closing early. Students were excited that schools were closing early. Teachers were excited that schools were closing early. Motorists were excited that schools were closing early.
Parents weren't.
Yeah, parents weren't.
Parents weren't.
They are the only ones who weren't.
But also,
majority wins.
Bigger picture. The less days kids are in school, the less they learn. Means that I'm going to get shot today. The less they are able to take on the world in future.
4 days of school?
Keep the kids in school.
4 days of school. If you're looking at the bigger picture, will you remember those 4 days of school?
Well, no, because if it happens once, if you become into the habit of putting the kids out, then you do more and more, then they'll miss in total 80 days of school.
I promise you, unless KHDA is monitoring every school for those 4 days, no work is going to get done.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I was a teacher, I know. Because half the students come in. Half the students come in. That's the problem. It's a lot less the number of the kids come in. And then, therefore, you don't want to do too much in the academic calendar because the other kids will miss out. But it's a nice time to be in school. It's very relaxed. We take our time, watch some movies. we didn't have a TV in my school. There was no movies.
Really?
No, it was actually
projector. You had a projector.
No.
Smart board.
No.
What are you saying?
Exactly.
When were you? At what year were you teaching?
That was the style of school that I was in. It was
Which century? No.
Excuse you.
No TV. They had TV in like the 90s schools as well.
No, I was in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, 4 years teaching, and we didn't have a TV. I think towards the end, like maybe one teacher was able to do a movie on a Friday, but that was just not part of the ethos of the school. It was very much learn.
That is so messed up.
You can DM me for that name of that school if you want your kids to just go head focused into learning.
That's quite a rebellious teacher. Have you seen the School of Rock, the movie, where he only showed his students movies, and then he turned his entire classroom into a band?
Oh yeah, no, they had checks on us. There was people walking the corridors. There was none of that.
Well, maybe in her class, the one who got a TV.
I think maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was rebellious.
If I were a teacher, I think if you were a teacher too as well. Anyway, We'll jump onto our next story. Brunches in Dubai have become a pricey affair. Now, Dubai's love affair with brunching has reached new heights, with weekend brunches becoming a go-to plan for residents. However, the city's brunching culture has grown, so too have the prices. The expat community in the city have made brunches all the rage that they are today. And Dubai is a cosmopolitan city with people from all over the world coming in, and brunching is a combination of breakfast and lunch. And was already popular in the West, and expats brought the concept to Dubai. But it was in the city's unique twist on the brunch that made it so popular.
Of course, we love brunch, but with so many brunches to choose from, restaurants are now taking advantage of their popularity by pricing them accordingly. So restaurants have come to the realization that brunching is big business, and they're not afraid to charge a premium for it. While some brunches remain reasonably priced, others have been increasingly expensive, with prices per person sometimes and easily reaching hundreds of dirhams.
So yeah, we see scenarios where they've shot up to 800 dirhams, 600 dirhams, just like, like really wild prices. But despite the price hikes, brunching in Dubai remains a beloved weekend tradition. It's a chance to indulge, socialize, make new memories. Well, if you happen to remember them. And with so many brunches to choose from, what?
Continue.
And with so many brunches to choose from, there's something for everyone. However, like basically every thorn has its rose. And if you are trying to like find a if you're trying to find budget-friendly options, they are available. So you just have to do your due diligence, do your research, check out a bunch of like online recommendations, and you can pick and choose from them.
I have two thoughts on this. Number one, I'm going to play devil's advocate with you and probably everyone in the room.
Right, of course.
Because you need to. So if I've done plenty of brunches in my time, so if I was only going to do one brunch in 6 months, some of the brunches here are phenomenal. Like the food, the drinks, it's like adults' playground. And if you're only doing one every 6 months, put your money into something spectacular and you'll have the most memorable day. And sometimes, like in the really amazing ones, you can sit there for hours after,
Yeah.
However, the problem is, that's never the case.
It's never the case.
There are birthdays, and there's this, and there's that,
Yes.
and they're always asking for the medium range price brunches, and it's too expensive to be shelling out on brunches all the time.
Yeah.
Not affordable.
And now the culture has become as such. It's like it's someone else's anniversary, someone else's birthday, someone else's
baby shower sometimes.
And you're paying for the brunch. You're paying for every brunch. So it's like you need to, it's just difficult. Budgeting.
Close your friend circle, I think. If there's too many invites coming through, you're just...
No, I'm just saying, like, it has become the culture in Dubai, like, to pay for yourself, basically. Because, come on, brunches, a person, to be very honest, one person cannot cover so many people's packages.
Yeah.
And, like, even if you're... Okay, so if you're not drinking, like, if you're just paying for the food, like, it's still pricey.
Yeah, but I think if we move back to the brunches themselves being pricey and whether or not it's worth it, I think... In some cases, you look at them and it's amazing, but there's a lot of food waste. So I've actually, over the years, now I rather the brunches that is just 3 courses.
Yeah.
And you can have unlimited, but they're just bringing the food to the table because the buffets are so wide.
Yeah.
And there's so much to choose from, and you just think about the waste. However, some are done so well that I think they're deserving of the price point. But I think if you're just going to drink and then you're paying a couple of hundred dirham, it's way too much, because are you getting your value? The problem is the people who insist on getting their value, they drink too much, they eat too much. We've all been there.
Yes, of course.
You're like, how much is this drink going to cost me? Okay, I need to have 3 of these.
Yeah. Like, you want to get your money's worth, and then you remember nothing of it the next day or the next hour. Maybe possibly
you roll home because you're so full.
Roll home.
Pockets full of cake. I've never done that. I've never done that.
Yes, like just blackouts from being so full on food, 100%. And it's also, like we put this up on our Instagram in the comments, we're just like, the UAE has removed alcohol tax. Yet restaurants are not giving that back to the customers, like they don't have that expenditure anymore or that overhead. So it should, in a way, come back to the customers. But no.
Yeah, I get why we could question that. The to buy alcohol in stores, that has been reduced.
Yeah,
and
that would apply for.
But I think it's not I don't think we should. Okay, so 30% has been removed from alcohol tax. That doesn't necessarily mean 30% is going to be removed off your brunch, because it doesn't trickle down like that. Like, there's so many prices along the way, and there's, you know, so many middlemen. So when you get to it, it could be a 5% decrease. But that's the story for another day. Brunches, we love them. They're so unique and special to Dubai. There's so many amazing ones to try, and you can get good value ones if you search. But if you're doing more than one every 6 months,
good luck. Good luck to your bank account, bank balance, your wallet, your card, your mental health. Yeah.
Moving on to our next story, sad news this morning. People are mourning the Emirati actor who passed away at the young age of 33. Majid Al-Falassi was the voice behind Said in Frige, has died tragically. Al-Falassi was well known for his role in the Emirati series for children, which told the story of the tale of 4 old Emirati women living in a secluded neighborhood in modern-day Dubai.
So Majid voiced Said, one of the show's most popular characters, and the cause of his death has not been revealed, but tributes of the young talent are rolling in from people who fondly remember his work.
And of course, I think we all remember Frige. It was also translated in English. It made its way to Japan. An amazing story, and it was really great animated series for children to kind of understand Emirati culture a little bit more. Our thoughts and prayers are, of course, with his family at this very sad time. Moving on to the next story, what is the average cost of living in Dubai? So many people want to move here, but people question how much is it going to cost. I don't know, on these Facebook pages, people are saying, okay, I'm coming here as a single, I'm coming here with a family of 4. Can I afford it? It looks nice, it's sunny, but we also get that it's expensive. So what is the cost of living here? Now, top analytics website Numio, which is of course the largest cost of living database summarized in the world, they have basically said, they've summarized it for us. So if you have a pal, a family member who's looking to take the plunge, here's the info you need to know.
So the summary about cost of living in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So it starts with family of 4. Estimated monthly costs are 12,923 dirhams without rent. A single person estimated monthly costs are 3,740 without rent, and Dubai is 35% less expensive than New York without rent, seeing our cost of living index. Now, rent in Dubai is on average 50.9% lower than in New York.
Now, they've looked at a couple of other stats which I think are interesting, so we'll just pick out 1 or 2. A one-way ticket on local transport will cost you 6 dirham, which comparatively around the world is quite good. They've said the basic DIWA bills for an 852-meter apartment, I think they've overestimated this, but correct me if I'm wrong. So electricity, water, heating, garbage, 720 dirham.
100% agreed.
Huh.
That's what mine come up to.
I pay 350.
How?
DIWA bill per month, 350.
Do you not turn on your lights or your water heater?
I turn them off when I'm leaving the home, and I turn the water on only when I need it.
No, same. Huh. That's so strange. That's so weird.
How big is your apartment? 1 bed or 2 bed? You have a 2 bed. I'm 1 bed.
Oh.
That's probably why. Okay, so comparatively, 720 for 2 people, I guess. 852 square apartment. Okay, so let's just jump back into the cost of living. A single person living in Dubai, they say 3,700 without rent. I think that is actually probably spot on if you take in all of the costs. However, the issue is some people come in and they get enticed by the trappings of Dubai. The brunches,
yes,
the beach clubs,
lifestyle, yeah,
the restaurants,
yes,
the malls, the shopping, Sephora. Let's just say what it is. Sephora. They like Sephora. And suddenly your estimated monthly cost goes way up because you need that mascara. I get it. So I think that they do have, so if you do have someone coming to look to Dubai, we'll share this report so you can share this with them and encourage them, because they will be truly blessed to live here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, if you stay within your budget, you can have a very, normal lifestyle in Dubai. Like, you can go about, do your thing, be super happy, get the best of stuff. But of course, if you want a little bit of, luxury and, like for the gram, you want to go to venues for the gram, then your expenditures will increase. And there you'll see, the little bit of like, okay, it's becoming costly. It's
but what
expensive.
You've done before is Simon wrote a great list, and I think it was for Valentine's Day spots, but it's actually a great list of, there's actually a lot of amazing free stuff to do, especially when the weather is cooler.
Yeah.
Like amazing places that you can go, like Kite Beach, how great is it? Like even just walking Blue Waters, walking that bridge from Blue Waters to to JBR,
yes.
you know, Secret Beach, there's Sunset Beach. These are all amazing places and they don't cost an arm and a leg. The only thing is sometimes getting there. So get a friend who has a car. Then you're sorted. Then you're sorted.
Life hacks. And you guys are lucky. You guys are so lucky because you're falling in love in Dubai. And we give you all the hacks as to like which apps to
Get
download.
a friend who has a car from Lovin Dubai to you.
Okay, so that's one hack. Other hacks are all these apps you can be downloading that gives you all the special deals happening at restaurants and venues and stores across the city. So it's like if you know someone who's a proper Dubai kid, you know, who's been here for a long time, they'll give you the hacks.
Everyone has, and that is what I love about the city, is that people are very open to meeting new people and helping and sharing. And we all have our own little hacks for the city. We all have the favorite things that we like to do for free or for expensive or whatever. But that's because the city is filled with so many
What
great
are some
stuff.
of yours?
Some of my to bring people to or to show them?
Like discount hacks.
I have this place in Barsha. I've spoken about it before.
The falafels?
Fal with hummus. My pronunciation of this is all wrong. Fool with hummus. First one or second one? The second. Fool with hummus. So you go in, the guys are great. They're making these like it's falafel as well, and it's just like crispy golden, and it's like 2 or 3 dirham. And you know what even they do when you're waiting and there's a queue, they give you free ones.
Free falafels?
If there's a queue.
To wait in line for your falafel?
Sometimes if you're waiting in line, they get, not always, but they can. This is a Barsha near
the Emirates?
Yeah, like behind all the Emirates.
Oh wow.
So if you're ever in the area and you want like cheap eats.
What's it called?
Fool with hummus.
Oh, it's called fool with hummus.
And then you go there for falafel, yeah.
You're a fool for hummus.
Yeah, it's great. I used to live there, so like there's a couple of places. Mumtaz for fried chicken. The good old days.
All these restos. I was thinking of like if you know any apps, because I don't really know any apps.
Apps?
Like discount apps. Like
well, personally,
share apps, I guess.
Like well, I'd love to get people's thoughts on this because I downloaded, this is not a paid shout out, but I downloaded the Via app and I haven't paid for the membership because I know there's a membership and you get to pools and things, but every now and then someone's like, do you have the Via app? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at dinner this weekend and they're like, do you have the Via app? And I had 90 dirhams saved up. I got 90 dirhams off my dinner.
Via app?
Via app, yeah.
Via app?
Yeah.
You don't share these amazing things with us.
But it doesn't, like, I don't know how long someone's saying, do you have the app? And I'm just like, yeah, sure. So there's so many types of apps like that we could be using if we're smart. Like, as you mentioned, the share app, and there's a lot of like points accumulators. But this one actually, and that's the second time that's happened with that app that I was using it. And then I turned it around and there was, even the first time, it was like over 100 dirham I'd accumulated.
Wow.
Just by maybe being the only one at the table that had it. And I think they're kind of like, maybe they're Emar places, so if you're at Topgolf, you just give it in, and there's a couple of places. And
that's so good. Like that, you have so many. You have like Fazza discounts. You have like, it depends on how much of a shopper you are. So then you get these loyalty cards.
Yeah. And
then you accumulate points, like Starbucks. Like if you're a loyal Starbucks customer, you get those cards and you like just tick boxes.
It's hard to build up with Starbucks. Yeah. But I love the feeling of getting a free coffee after. I haven't done it with Starbucks, but with another place I used to go really regularly. Like when you get to the 10, you're like,
ka-ching.
I'm having 2 today. YOLO. Guys, that is all we have time for this Tuesday morning, but we're back with you same time, same place tomorrow morning. Have a brilliant day and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.